Okay, I don't know if Kimberly's gonna join us, but she'll just be an observer and, as we mentioned to Yvette, that since she's not in person, Greg will chair the meeting.
Okay, if we're ready to go with that there.
Uh-oh, she stepped
She might
away.
have stepped away.
Oh, somebody is in person, okay. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, sorry,
It's okay, please have a seat.
thank you. Right on time.
I don't know about these bags, like, let me move on.
No. Thank you.
It's voluntary, but if you'd like to sign in, we have a.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll call the program, April 8th program committee to order at 4:01. We can get approval of the agenda.
Move to approve?
I second.
Any discussion? Oh, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I
Any opposed? You know, all three of us said aye. Item C is the meeting minutes from March 11th. Any questions, corrections, or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
You're gonna have to move it.
Oh.
Oh, he wasn't here yet, so I'll move approval of the minute.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I
Aye, and Carol abstains. Item D, public comments. At this time, comments from the audience may be made on items not listed on the agenda that are of public interest and within the subject matter jurisdiction of the district. The committee has a policy of limiting speakers to not more than 3 minutes. The committee cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda. Public input may be offered on agenda items when it comes up for discussion and or action. Any public comments?
Let's see, I don't believe so. Unless, do you have any public comments for items not on the agenda?
All right, seeing none, we will move on to item E, Chief Executive Officer report. Chris, anything?
I have nothing to report at this time. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Item F is program updates. These are in your packet, progress and final report update. Any questions? Comments?
no.
Item 2 is grant application status report. Any questions or comments?
No.
I have a question about the progress report from
Oh,
One
sorry.
Future and the RN program. I noticed that the grant was targeted to books and the essentials that are needed for their educational program, but there didn't look like there was anything allocated towards essentials. And I know that students are required to wear a certain clothing uniform, and I'm wondering if there's any consideration maybe in the future for that kind of
This is
thing.
the RN cohort one.
Mhm.
Yeah, what it is, this is the one that Desert Regional Medicals, or I should say Desert Care Network,
Right.
chipped in like $1 million.
Right.
Eisenhower Health chipped in $1 million. IHP did like 500,000, and then
Oh, I see.
and we paid more for the scholarships.
Got it.
And
Okay.
and supplies. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
so they could be covered under one of the
Right.
grants from.
I was at a mobile clinic and one of the students wasn't in uniform. The instructor said something about it, and she said, well, it's just not in my budget. Oh dear.
Other questions?
No.
All right, grant payment schedule is not available at this time, so we'll move to.
Sorry. The TV.
Okay, we'll move on to item G, grant funding. There are no grants for consideration at this time. Item H is new business. This is a list of grants for potential funding opportunities. The staff report is in your packet. Donna, I don't know if you want to highlight anything on that.
No, I think it's pretty self-explanatory unless you can't understand my.
Yeah.
My report.
Yeah, and I think just as, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory on the direction from the board for staff to identify the outstanding grants, and these will be brought back. The ones that are listed are no action today, will be brought back at the May
Right.
program committee.
We are continuing our due diligence,
yeah.
and then this will probably be reduced, some of the amounts will be reduced.
Okay,
So right now, like the pending preliminary total is $1 million, over $1 million. That could be less as well.
okay. Any questions on that at all?
Let me show you.
No.
Just in case they don't have them.
No questions?
No questions.
Okay. Good report, Donna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to item. No, I know where I'm at. Item I, sponsorships. Number one is for Shays Warriors. Any highlights on that? Either staff or Chris or?
Essentially, was requested for $10,000. But this is an event that sponsors cancer survivors and for this retreat that they're holding. And the $10,000 sponsorship would provide underwriting for attendance for 4 cancer survivors. We didn't feel that it was appropriate to provide sponsorship funding for attendance purposes. But what we are recommending for approval is the $1,000 for the caregiver sponsorship, which would allow us to receive recognition on their websites and social media posts and e-blasts.
And this is the first time we've done.
And this is the first time, correct?
And if I may add, they do have a pending mini grant for $10,000.
Okay.
To, for mental health services, training of the caregivers, their support.
Okay.
Mhm.
Any questions at all?
I move approval.
Send to the board, okay?
Second.
Yes. Oh, yeah, thank you. Any public comment on this?
This is Shay.
Okay, oh, hi.
Hi.
Appropriately named.
I'm Shay from Shay's Warriors, the founder, and this is Tasha Van. We both, obviously, I founded the organization, and Tasha is not only sits on our grants committee, but she was one of the attendees of the retreat. I wanted to show up today because sometimes I personally get a little confused sometimes on the mini grants and also the sponsorships. The retreat in itself, just for everyone's understanding, is the start of something that was really large to bring together up to 30 women at these retreats. And from there, they have that a chance to go through educational things, Move to Heals. All of our programs are included in that retreat. And from there, 3 weeks later, they're all back together. That starts the monthly programs. We do 4 monthly programs a month, and we've expanded that with men as well. But I wanted to bring Tasha here just so you have an understanding of what that retreat, why it was started, and then it goes into all the programs. It's so hard to wrap it into one of the sponsorships or that. And so, Tasha.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. On Saturday, I will be celebrating 4 years cancer-free. And so very happy about that and grateful, obviously, for the second chance at life. But for those of you who know, cancer in your lives or friends or what have you, when you go through treatment, there's a lot of attention and support through both your medical providers, your family and friends. It gets pretty quiet once that active treatment is over. And for many of us, you're still on some sort of regimen that's taxing, not only physically, but the emotional toll starts to really kick in. And you question, I fought this hard to feel like this, ... And I had an incredible support. But there's a lot of individuals in this valley who don't have that kind of network, who don't have therapists they can talk to, or loving families that can support them and tell them, to take, the night off. And so that's where Shays is really this critical post-active treatment program, because there are so many cancer survivors in the valley, and so many of them do not have this network of support after all the attention is gone in cancer. And so these communities are filled with fellow cancer survivors who've risen above these incredibly challenging, and life-threatening situations. Not too often that you start on the barrel of a gun, and you survive that. And that's really what going through all of this is like. And so we really appreciate the opportunity to be heard and your support of Shays. Thank you.
That's great. It's great.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Mhm. I'm a former retired oncology nurse.
Oh,
so
wow.
I know what you went through.
You're a hero in the room. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we can, and a lot of times when we haven't donated to an organization before, we do a little bit lower level. And again, it sounds like there's opportunity for a mini grant as well, but we encourage you, if you want for the next fiscal year. And I'm not sure if you're aware of our grant or our sponsorship process now, but if you do it again in June, you would need to have the request in by the end of December, correct, Chris?
Yeah, for any events, July through December need to be submitted by the end of May for approval.
And Chris, just as an FYI, Gracie is online in case you have any other sponsorship questions or anything.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Because she's kind of handling the sponsorship.
So there's a
Great.
first, second, any other public comment?
No,
All
just
right.
to let you know, Assemblyman Gonzalez?
Yes.
The AB 23-24, he's through a caregiver's bill.
Yes,
I don't know if you're aware of that.
I did. I heard about that. Yes, important.
Great.
So roll call vote, please, Angela.
All right, so Director Rogers,
Yeah.
Director Perez-Gill,
Yes.
Vice President Rodriguez.
Yes. Congratulations. So keep up the great work. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
that-
the opportunity to be here too.
Our
Thank you.
pleasure, our pleasure. You can stay, but you don't have to if you don't want
All
to.
right, thank you.
You're welcome. Item number 2 is the Rotary Club of Indio.
Okay, so both of these sponsorships actually were paid through the CEO discretionary fund. But they're informational, just wanted to highlight them. They're both for Rotary clubs, one of Indio, and then the Al Horton Memorial Rotary Foundation, which is Desert Hot Springs. And I felt it appropriate to provide $1,000 to each of those, even though, the first one is for Rotary Math Field Day. But felt that, and these are first time offerings as well, and they were very time sensitive. So I had offered $1,000 through the CEO discretionary fund.
Any questions for Chris? Comments?
I don't have any.
I think I need to abstain. Mr. Rogers is receiving recognition as Veteran of the Year.
But
by-
this is just informational, so
Okay,
no action
okay.
item.
All right.
So,
Congratulations.
yeah. Thanks, Chris. So, and then it looks like item 3 is ones that have been declined, correct?
That's correct. And the first one was declined because actually both of them have been declined because the events are being held outside of the district boundaries. The first one for Boxing for Christ is the event is in San Jacinto. And the second item for San Bernardino County Office of Education is in Anaheim. So we felt that those were inappropriate for our sponsorship funds.
Any questions or comments at all?
No.
Okay, not seeing any, then we'll move on to item 4, which is an impact report for transgender health and wellness, correct? Yes.
It's just informational there, that as much as we can do, we try to receive a follow-up report from any of the sponsorship funds that the district has provided. So we did receive that from the Transgender Health and Wellness Center and included for your information.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on that?
I don't have any.
How much was given?
How much did we give to them, Chris? I don't think it says on.
It doesn't say.
I want to think it was 2,500 for this one, but that's just a guess.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, 313 community members is a good investment.
They get a good turnout, so. All right, the quickest program committee we've had. Item J is committee member comments. Any comments from the committee?
I don't have any comments at this time. Thank you.
All right. With that, we will adjourn at 4:15. Thank you all.
We have the foundation.
Oh, that's right.
Foundation. Mhm.